Good evening and welcome to the Job Search Solution, the radio program where we talk about looking for a job, changing jobs, changing careers, hiring. And as always, we begin with prayer. Dear God, grant us thy peace and thy mercy, thy will be done. And in just a few minutes, Rich Savinci is going to be with us talking about consultants in the workplace. He's got a great topic this evening. Doubt, uncertainty, and fear. What does it cause an employer to be and to do when they are interviewing you, and what you as a candidate need to know about doubt, uncertainty, and fear? But first, we want to take 10 seconds to be grateful. You can't be unhappy when you're grateful. So think of 3 things today that made you grateful. Go. What a great way to start anything. A radio program, your day, a project, anything, being grateful. Doubt, uncertainty, and fear. It's been with us for, well, at least the past 18 months to 2 years. I've seen 7 recessions in the time that I've been in this business. And every time we have one, there's doubt, uncertainty, and fear. In our present day, there is doubt, uncertainty, and fear in business because of the tariffs, because of the economy, because of we don't know what's going to happen. Anytime we go through a difficult time in the economy, doubt, uncertainty, and fear is pervasive. Now, what does that cause? Well, it causes a lot of different things, uncertainty about the economy and all the things you read in the paper. But when it comes to hiring, it really causes a lot of problems. Employers don't hire out of magnanimity. They don't hire out of growth. They don't hire out of, here's our chance to get big. They hire out of fear. They normally don't hire to expand. They normally hire to fill a position that is been vacated. They're already skittish about the economy, and so they worry about what's going to happen. So when they go to hire someone, what it means to you if you're a candidate is they're looking at just as many reasons not to hire you as they are reasons to hire you. So what does that mean? Well, it means for you as a candidate that where in easier times, when the economy is expanding, employers will overlook a lot of problems that you may have in your background. They may overlook a lot of difficulties you had in your background. 3 jobs in 3 years, no big deal. Been out of work for 6 months, no big deal. Well, we spill more than that today around here. If we hire you and something goes wrong, we just let you go. Times are good. We're making lots of money. However, when times aren't so good and they're cautious about their habits and they're cautious about hiring, they're looking at every little thing in your background. What that means is you have to look at your background the way that they do, with doubt, uncertainty, and fear. Why did you have 3 jobs in 3 years? Why have you been out of work in 6 months? Why did you take that much time off? What's wrong with you? And you need to be prepared to go into the interviewing process, recognizing that they are looking at you with doubt, uncertainty, and fear. And you have to offset that. You have to give them the assurance that you are not a risk. You have to give them the assurance that you are a really good bet, that you're going to help them dig out of the hole that they might be in, that there's no risk in hiring you, that you are a rock solid individual, that you're going to be one of the people that makes them a hero. It's going to turn them around. You're saying to yourself, well, it's really great that I took 6 months off and refreshed myself and um, uh, got it out of my system. They're looking at why you take 6 months off. If you can afford to take 6 months off, you'll take this job and you'll show up, and the fourth day you decide you don't like it, you'll take another 6 months off. So you got to realize they are looking at you more critically than they ever have. And that what you think might be a positive is a negative to them. You got to look at it, if you're a candidate, through the eyes of an employer that's trying to protect himself, him or herself, trying to keep them from making a mistake, that is fearful about what the economy is going to be next quarter and the next quarter. Yes, we'll come out of this. We always have. These things last 18 months to 2 years, and then we have 18 months to 2 years of a burgeoning economy. That's just the way it always is. It's always been that way, and it always will be that way. But when we're in an economy like we're in now, you got to realize that people are operating more out of fear of loss than they are vision of gain. And you have to prove to them in your interviewing process that you can help them gain, that you're not going to be a part of their loss. All right, we're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. This is Tony Bashara with the Job Search Solution.